A Republican representative in Florida is trying to reduce the age right now of the requirements to purchase a firearm from 21 down to the age of 18. West News' Liv Johnson has been following this story closely. And Liv, you say that it was the House that passed a similar bill just last year. Is that correct?
Yes, last year it was passed by the House, but the Senate did not take up the issue at the time. Several Republicans think this bill would simply uphold the Second Amendment, while Democrats believe it would just lead to more mass shootings.
Republican Representative Bobby Payne is hoping his bill to lower the age requirement from 21 to 18 to buy a gun in Florida sticks this time. A similar bill was filed last year and was backed by House Speaker Paul Renner. Fellow Republicans like Representative Randy Fine saying it should already be in place.
Well, I think it's great. Look, 19 and 20-year-olds should be able to buy a gun in the state of Florida, and they are adults, and they should have those rights.
It's a move that would overturn part of a law that passed in the aftermath of the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. The shooter, who was 19 years old at the time, used a semi-automatic rifle to kill 17 students and faculty members. The state legislator and then Governor Rick Scott approved a law increasing the minimum age to buy a firearm to 21.
It's a mistake that we made a few years ago, and I'm glad that we're going to correct it.
Democratic Representative Anna Askamani believes the Parkland shooting is just one of many examples of why the age should not be lowered.
We lost 17 people, majority young people, to gun violence. And the fact that the legislature once again is trying to repeal that age protection, it's just so scary and unsettling, especially as we continue to see mass shootings across the country.
According to the National Gun Archive, as of January 6th, the U.S. has already seen 5 mass shootings in 2024. One of them, a mass shooting at a school in Iowa, left 1 dead and 5 wounded. The gunman is 17 years old.
An 18, 19, 20-year-old does not need an AR-15. If they are purchasing such a weapon, as we saw in the case of Parkland, they're doing so to cause serious bodily harm.
Fine believes it comes down to mental health.
I mean, as we saw just a few days ago in Iowa, a man who thought he was a woman got so confused about it, he went and killed a bunch of people. So we clearly have huge mental health problems when people can't figure out if they're boys or girls.
A Senate version of Payne's bill has not yet been filed. Juana, back to you.